What's going on, RK? How you doing? Good, glad to hear it. How's your little snake doing? Awesome. Hey Shelly, what's going on? I'm gonna grab my chair real quick so I'll be off screen. Hey Gay, what's going on? How you doing? What's up, Tavian? Yeah, Gay, I have mixed emotions about today. Um Lots of stuff has been going on. So I've been battling with an issue for probably the last 3 months with one of my little noodles. And today I lost that battle. So one of the little noodles that I got from Logan and Dave over at IDR. He was a beautiful 1.0 Mystic little baby. And it took a while for him to ship over because he wasn't eating properly, so they wanted to make sure that he was eating before they shipped him. Which, of course, like I encourage any breeder to do that. That's just being a responsible breeder. So they did that. They finally felt comfortable and sent him over to me. When I got him, I gave him the customary 5 days to kind of settle in and kind of just chill out and get used to his new living situation. And then when I tried to feed him, I tried to feed him a frozen thawed mouse, which he doesn't like. So I immediately went and got a live one for him, and he took that just fine. It went on like that for probably about a month and a half, and then he stopped taking the live. And the place where I was getting them from no longer sells live mice. They only sell live rats. But he's still too small for even a rat pinky. So as soon as he started losing any sort of weight, I had to, of course, go and do the assist feed thing. So I've been assist feeding him, and then all of a sudden he started spitting out the assist feeding stuff. That's been horrible. He's lost even more weight. I went and got a pinky pusher, and I was feeding him that way. Everything's been good. He gained a little bit of weight, and then he started regurgitating all of that just recently. My vet has seen him multiple times. Like, there's nothing physically wrong with him. So today I lost that battle, and my little mystic male is gone. And it happens in our hobby every now and then. You get that happen. It's a shame that it happens, but as a keeper, you just have to kind of make sure that you do everything that you can to try to correct course and get through it. At the end of the day, I still have 30 others that need my attention, so I can't dwell on it too much. And I will have to be on the lookout for another male mystic because he was essential to a couple of my breeding plans in the future. All of my, and I should make a note, since I did say that I got it from Logan and Dave from IDR, every other snake that I got from them is perfectly okay. It's just been this one. So it's nothing, on them as a breeder. They are top notch, and I have no problems buying anything from them at any point. So don't go over there and be like, oh, you sold Blackballed a bad snake, because they didn't. It just happens. Thank you. Yeah, it's definitely hard, but kind of life goes on. I'll do what I do, and yeah. Yeah, and when I said that, yeah, I didn't necessarily mean like you guys here in the live chat necessarily. Like, I know, Shelly and Gay, when IDR has their auction nights up and stuff like that, during that period of time, you guys are there frequently. Tavian, kind of same thing. Visiting their videos when Logan puts one up, but more so for the people who may see my video before they even meet anything from IDR. After this live is done and over with, have to make sure that Logan and Dave are also protected from any potential backlash that could happen there, because they are awesome dudes, and love them to death. But I do still have the boy right here. I haven't really wanted to mess with him, but there's a canyon right on the other side of me here that I'm gonna take him over and bury him in the canyon. Yeah, and same thing. I mean, I don't have the exact date of when I got him, but it couldn't have been more than 3 months that I've had him. So I mean, it is what it is. We'll pick up the pieces. We'll not get a replacement for him, but we'll get an alternate for him to sit in his place, and yeah. Hey, Heather. So that's the bad part today. Everything else going on is good. So but I got these guys at about 1:30 this morning. Yeah, the mother had six of them. I did feed one off already. I actually tried to give one to the Mystic, but it's usually and they 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 smell good. I I am weird. I love the smell of little baby pinkies. But so this mom is she's a second time mother. This is the she had six this time. Last litter she had one, so she's doing better. But she's a little temperamental, and I have to house her alone, and I don't necessarily like that. So I may end up culling her off. No, they're not Penelope's babies. They're let me go grab her. They are her babies. Yeah, so I don't do a maternity rack really, Heather. I house I house two females together. I just don't put any like I put the males in for 2 weeks and then I pull the male out. And so it's kind of basically the same thing as doing a maternity rack without actually having to have a rack dedicated to it. But the other the other good news of the day is that little nugget. So this is my female het pied. Um, that I got from Tailor Made Morphs. And if you deal with anybody on Morph Market and you're looking at anything that Tailor Made Morphs have, Darren Taylor is uh, freaking amazing. Shelly, that is the new baby. That's the one that I got from Tailor Made. Yeah, awesome, awesome people. But she will eventually get paired to this guy. Hey, chill out. Chill out. Ain't nobody gonna kill you. This is the male het pied. So she can get paired to him. Or to him. This is the Enchi het pied. For real? No, Shelly, even like that one has been kind of a butthead ever since I got it. Like even my yeah, like crazy amount here. Yeah, yeah, the male het pied is the one that I wrote mean on the tub. Hey, go back in there. I have a few of them. This one this one has calmed down a little bit. Not too much though. As you can see, he's got that so he's in that defensive pose. But this is the Woma spot nose. His name is Shatheed, spelled Shithhead. Yeah, yeah. I mean, they're definitely nothing like Cindy or um, Chrissy. This is my little love bug right here. Hi, hi, baby. Yeah, I'm hoping I need to actually put the male back in with her, but I'm hoping to breed this one this year. Um, no, she's one of my favorites, but she's not necessarily my favorite. Tabian, she is a pastel lesser. Yeah. Hey. Yep. So what I've been what I've been pairing her with is uh, a fire. So hopefully get some fireflies, maybe some lesser fireflies. Oy, you need to let go. Holy moly. It takes time, Tavian. Oh yeah. That's the one problem with her is if I let her go around my neck, she genuinely likes to squeeze really. This one, I actually don't know how old she is. I got her more or less this size. But I'm just based off of weight, I'm going to say that she's at least 3. What's going on, TJ? You go, baby. Hey, get your butt down. Then we've got this one right here, and I'm not going to handle her too much. This one is she's currently in shed, and she has gained a lot of weight just recently. So I'm pretty sure that she's going into her pre-ovulation shed. So I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but she is currently in the blue. There you go, man. You chill out. Otherwise, I'll feed you off. What's up, Iron Dog? Yes. I've got a more for you, Tavian. There it is. It's a tricky one though. And this little guy is Banana Mojave. Huh. And you're not a butthead at all. It's awesome. The thing that I notice most about the banana is when they start getting their polka dots. Uh, if it's your first one, even though you expect that they get their polka dots, as soon as they start getting them, like you start to freak out a little bit because you think they have mites. Well, that's another one. Actually, Tavian, you probably remember this one. Um, this one came from the same auction as your spider, actually. Hey, get back in there. Your babies are in there. This guy here is a wonderful calico. Kind of like the cat, except for this one is less annoying. Hey, your babies are in here somewhere. You buried them. Quit trying to jump out. I will let this guy feed on you. Um, I am ready for Christmas, but mainly because it's easy for me to celebrate Christmas by myself. All right. All right, let me take this butt head and put her back. For Christmas, probably not. If I do, it'll be some like woodworking or tool or something because I need to get like a router and a couple of things for the stuff that I want to build here. Yes, I think somebody needs to invent duck beer and put it in the stores. Because I don't really drink, but I would buy that. Oh, growing up, I used to watch it every day. What's another good morph to show? Here we go. This is a good one. Come on, bug. Come on, bug. You're scheduled to work the day of, Shelly? So her name is Bug. Her morph is a firefly, which consists of pastel and fire. So off of my pastel lesser and my fire, which I'll show you as well, this is actually what I'm hoping to produce. That's horrible, Shelly. Like you need to tell them I have a previous engagement. There you go. You could always use the anal glaucoma excuse, Shelly. Yeah, but that's the thing, Shelly. They're not going to ask you what that means. Tavian, honestly, they're freaking awesome. This will be my first year going to Pomona, though. But it should be fun. You know, I'll get hook up with Ed from TGH, John Feely, Brian Cusco, um, all sorts of people. So that'll be freaking awesome. Um, and if John Feely is watching this, I honestly hope that we actually do the that ice cream challenge you were thinking of. Yeah, the lines on this are, "Hey, what's going on, ZTK?" The lines on this are actually from the pinstripe that's in it. Aside from that, there is pastel and spider. So that's a spinner blast, Tavian. Um, so it consists of the pastel, the spider, and the pinstripe. Which ad, Shelly? Did I say I was going to post an ad? I don't remember saying I was going to post an ad. Oh, that ad. Ah, I know what you're talking about now. Um, I can set up. Wait up, buddy. Come say hello to the people. Come say hello to the people. I can set one up in the software that we've written for work, and get a job rec out. Nice. Good luck, ZTK. I hope it is a wonderful house. Yep. So this guy, Tavian, is a fire. So this is the one that I've been pairing with my pastel lesser to make those fireflies. Ooh, a double car garage. Nice. Nice snake spot. Cars can be cars can be parked outside. What's going on, JRG? They're good. All of them are good. All of my snakes are good. Well, almost all of my snakes are good. What's up, guy? Right, Iron Dog? Rats get freaking expensive. Whether you're buying frozen or live, they just get crazy expensive. Yeah, Shelly. I mean, I'm fortunate for like buying frozen or live. I have a place nearby. My problem is every time I go down there, like let me put him away, and I'll show you what I got last time. Because this is the only place that sells rats near me, they can get away with charging me crazy outrageous prices. So here's 10 mediums, 20 smalls, and 10 fuzzies. Now, normally I buy 50 fuzzies at a time, but just those 3 bags cost me $118 just for them. And then you factor in $20 each way to go back and forth using Lyft, and it's way cheaper just to breed your own. No, Shelly, these were in the freezer. Your dinner's still on the counter. You know, Tavian, I mean, it's not too bad. Although you've got retics, which are going to need a bigger, eventually going to need a bigger animal than even a jumbo rat. But for your other ones, like your spider, um, some of the other stuff, you can get. I think you could probably get away with a single rack of rats year round and be good. Um, and with that, you'd probably even end up selling a lot of the babies off for other people in your area. Yeah. It's like what I've actually started doing um, is um, I know a lot of people that like rats for pets, and because I do this sort of thing of handling my babies from the day that they're born, uh, weighing them, measuring them, all that sort of stuff, and I do that uh, on a daily basis for the first 2 weeks because they grow so much. Um, they actually get used to being handled at a much younger age, and so I'm able to give them to some of my friends for just pet rats. Hello, hello, people. Damn, JRG. Yeah, they're little itty bitty guys, but these guys are less than 24 hours old. They were about 1:30 this morning is when they were born. But I'm going to get these guys back in with mom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here you go, mom. Come here, Rose. That is a myth, Shelley. I'm kind of the same way. I don't smell my rats, but then again, I don't know if my neighbors smell them. Of course, I also don't care if they smell them. But I do change their bedding at least once a week. Yeah, it's a total myth, Shelley. There's a lot of those going around. Really, the only time that I've had any rats kind of cull off any of their babies, so eat them up, is some of the last litters that I had when I had to move them out to the garage and then bringing them back because they did go a couple of days without water just because I couldn't hook it up properly. And then when I had 2 litters and one of the mothers died, the one mother couldn't keep up with all of the demand for the baby, so she culled a bunch of them off until there was just enough for her to be able to provide for. They are indeed, Tavian. Let me go grab you Penelope. She is awesome. So this is Penelope. As you can see, Penelope is pregnant again. My baby. Yep, she is actually a baby from the very first litter that I got. And she is super tame. And I'm talking like crazy tame. She'll give me love nibbles every now and then, but nothing hard. But she is the only rat that I have that is so tame that while she is giving birth, I can handle her babies. Yeah, and I likely won't part with her either, Shelly. So I think she's still under a year old. So I'll probably get this litter and then maybe one more out of her, and then I will retire her and just make her a pet. That way I don't burn her out on just breeding, and she's still got some good life to hang out and be a lover. Yeah, they're super smart. Not Penelope. Are you smart? Hmm? Yeah, really? You don't say. Hey, what snake should we show them? I like that idea. That is awesome, Shelly. Well, Tavian, I don't know if I would say it's brave. Um, the difference in size here is quite dramatic, so I'm pretty sure she would actually destroy this snake before the snake would do anything to her. So if you're going to do this, you just keep them separated, and I think you'll mostly be fine. But you're right, like under normal circumstances, I would have washed my hands after holding the rat before grabbing a snake. But since we're not getting close to I guess tomorrow's Friday, so our feeding day is Saturday. Um, so we're, I think, still far enough where it's okay. Awesome, Iron Dog. Have a good one, brother. All right, which one next? Penelope? Hey, which one next? Hmm?
Where is it? There she is.
Little feisty one. Yeah. Now, Shelly, I'll tell you, the one snake that I wouldn't do this with would be Cindy. And Penelope, being Penelope, um, is marking me. Back up on the shoulder. Hey, hey, no, no. I always love looking at this one. Mm-hmm. Yeah. This one here was, if you watched any of my other live or my live when I showed her off, um, this one here was sold to me as a Pastavi or a pastel Mojave.
That's your bag. Ah. Ah. Ah.
There you go. Come here. Come here. Come here. Almost there. There you go. Good girl. So that one was sold to me as a Pastavi or a pastel Mojave, but its parents were a vanilla scream, which is really a vanilla firefly, to a super phantom. So there's no logical way that it could have been a Pastavi. So what she turns out to be was a vanilla phantom, which is really awesome. I can give you a pinky rat, but I don't think you're going to want to eat that. I don't have cheese. Yeah. Yeah, and actually, Tavian, that snake is one that I got in the TGH auction too. Yep. I do currently have everybody on paper towels. For the substrate, I got rid of the Reptichip temporarily. But that is because one of the snakes that I got came with mites. So I needed to switch everybody out to make sure that it didn't travel to everywhere else, which it did travel a little bit, but I think I've got it under control. Yeah, not too bad. And so far it's localized to just this rack right here. And even with that, it really is mostly just the top portion of it. Although I did notice one mite down low today, so we'll just keep hammering away at it. I've got some other products to bring it that I'm waiting to be shipped in that'll hopefully help with that as well. Until then, really it's my reptile spray. Well, I mean, Shelly, I don't have the space to do a quarantine area. Because figure a mite can move at 56 feet per hour. So if I want to deep clean absolutely everything every single day at the exact same time, I have to put between my collection and any new snakes, I have to put 1,550 feet at a minimum. Yeah, but that's not 1,550 feet away. So, I mean, realistically, if you're in an apartment or you're in a house, you can think that you're quarantining, but you're really not. What up, JLG? But honestly, Shelly, it doesn't surprise me that these were had a little bit of mites on them when they came in. Mainly because, so I'm going to show you two things. So everything inside here, notice how clean and brand new it is. Came from my fridge. This right here, all of a sudden showed up in one of my tubs. And I know this didn't come off of my fridge, which would mean that the only place it would have come from is in a shipping bag. I caught it. I've got reptile spray, and then I've got some other stuff that I've got coming on the on the way, Shelly. Yeah, I've done quite a bit of research on this because I knew, because of the fact that I'm in a small area, so I don't even attempt to do any sort of quarantine process, that I would be getting mites at some point. That I needed to be good with it, not necessarily just from substrate JLG, but just getting rid of mites in general. So I actually got rid of all my ReptiChip and put everybody on paper towels so that I could actually see the mites as they dropped. And then, of course, I switched the paper towels out every single day. Huh. Penelope. But I can say that the person that I got those snakes from, I will no longer do business with again, in any capacity, and not just from the mite problem, but when you're shipping rusted metal with a live animal, then I have problems. Look at how big her belly is. Ooh, that's horrible, JLG. Yeah, I mean, same here. This is the only. All right, Tavian, have a good one, brother. This is the only bad experience that I've had with any particular breeder, and it didn't start off great either. But you know, going forward, I'll just not do business with this person anymore. But I'm also not going to put them on blast out on YouTube because they don't deserve that. You know, I'll handle it privately with them, and we'll kind of go from there. Nice, JLG. I love my rats. Huh, Penelope. Rawr, rawr. Play with me. Play with me. Does Petco sell rats near you, JLG? Like here in California, PetSmart and Petco no longer sell rats at all. As far as I was aware, that was a national thing. Well, then shit. Back when I was a kid and I bred rats and hamsters and gerbils and mice and rabbits and all that sort of stuff. Um, all of my gerbils, hamsters, rats, and mice, I actually got the breeding pairs from either PetSmart or Petco. So I actually like them as if I could have gotten my initial pairs from them, I probably would have. Um, Mainly just because they're hopefully, at least in my mind, this is the way that it works. Um, is I'm hoping that they're at least a little bit more tame. Um, so you can actually handle them a little bit more. But I know that the reason out here that people no longer sell rats is because a few years ago a boy died of rat bite that was attributed to rat bite fever. That makes sense, JLG. Yes. Which I think is weird because like I can go over to PetSmart right now and I can go buy a hamster or a guinea pig, but I can't buy a mouse or a rat. I actually haven't watched your very last video, JLG. Um, Let me. No, I don't want to put you on timeout. Let me go YouTube. Find JLG. Scrolling. Hold on. Well, this might explain why I haven't watched it, JLG. I am not subscribed to you. Let's change that right now. Whoop. That's not what I want to do. JLG. Reptiles. Alright, so we fixed that. Now let's go take a look at your rack water setup.
This big bag of parts and creating a watering for this rat. So if you use the chin, I'm going to drill off. This is just a bulkhead, basically. And I have these to cut the wire with. So. And this is what I'm talking about.
No, I think you should be pretty good, JLG. It looks like it's similar to mine, where you've got the tub going in, and then you've got like the mesh kind of around the edges of the wood actually touches the top of the tub. Yeah. Um, so if that's the case, you should be good. How deep are they?
What's going to happen? I know I'm kind of holding it up right now. But whenever it comes up close into that, that's what's going to actually hold this in check.
Oh, you've got one in right there. No, they'll be fine. One of the things that, like, even mine, like, and apparently, oh, hey, come on, come on. Okay, Penelope, you can go in. Ugh. Like, mine are relatively deep. So for my adults, I don't really ever worry about them reaching it. For the babies, however, they have a hard time. But what I've noticed is that they're very, very smart. So what I've noticed that my babies will do is they'll jump up and grab onto the chicken wire, and uh, hang upside down while they grab the food and drink water. You want to try to limit the gaps as much as possible, but shouldn't be too bad. And that's mainly just so that they can't um, get catch on it, because otherwise they likely will chew it to pieces. Good job, you. This is Penelope's cage mate. Oh, yeah. Crazy enough, this girl right here, um, I actually bought as a small, um, to use as feed. Uh, but at the time, I didn't have very many females, so I was like, I need females. She can't be food, so I had to go buy more. Hey, we all have to start somewhere, JLG. I mean, your first one you built, my first one I bought. But because I bought my first one, I know that when I do build one, I already have a relatively somewhat of a template of where I want to go with it. What are you doing? What are you doing? Penelope. Now, Kentuckiana, the question I have to ask here are you and the wife both moving, or just you? Your guys' claws are so vicious, we need to take you in to get them trimmed. You need to trim your claws. Go get a spa day. You too, get a spa day. This is just regular aspen bedding. Right, that's a big thing to understand about the bedding and rats in general too. JLG is like their sense of smell is greater than ours. So whatever you decide to use, whatever is cheaper for you, I would suggest not to use like pine and stuff like that. And the main reason why is the phenols in the wood is really what's causes the smell that they can get. It just kind of overpowers them, and I haven't heard of any cases where it has, but it's generally accepted that it can harm your snake or harm your rat in the long run, or at least cause them undue stress. So using something that has a lower like phenol count is going to be a better option. Oh, somebody disliked my video. They must not have liked it when I was trying to eat Penelope. I have not. Give me a little love nibble. Yeah. What are you doing? What are you doing? Should we go get some different rats? Or just put you guys back? You ready to keep me up all night? Likely story, Shelley. Actually, I mean, you know, on here, I can't even see the thumbs down. But honestly, I don't mind somebody giving a down thumb if that's what they want to do, because at the end of the day, they still took the time to come over, view some of my content, which gives me some credit towards watch time, and they interacted with my video. So who cares? No, it's not. It's not too bad. Actually, I have to go buy more. Actually, but I get my aspen bedding from PetSmart. I think I spend, you know, like $18 for a big bag of it. It might be cheaper than that. I don't know. I just kind of put stuff on the counter, and when they tell me how much it is, I slide my card. But I just get it from PetSmart, and that one bag will usually last me a few months. And every now and then I'll get the bag of it almost looks like rabbit pellets, but it's made out of paper. That I'll put a liner of that down, and then I'll put the Aspen on top just because it soaks up the urine better. And so with that, I can actually get longer than a week out of it. I can usually go about a week and a half, 2 weeks before I have to switch it out. When I go to, I need to go to PetSmart tomorrow because I also have to go to Walmart and get some more water bowls. Or go to Lowe's and get a new saw blade. But when I go to PetSmart, because I do need to get more of the bedding, I'll get some of the pellets. I'll get a receipt because I don't ever get receipts for anything. And I'll show you what I get and show you how much it costs total. Yeah, at the end of the day, that's really what it is making sure that that they're comfortable and that they're not causing you any issues because of smells. But I mean, as long as you're diligent about keeping them clean, and you can kind of do the same thing that you do with your snakes and go in and do a spot clean every now and then. So picking out, some of the wetter bedding, and then picking out, like the poop and all that stuff. And that helps a little bit too. I think one of the hardest things that I've had to deal with the rats, and it really isn't all that hard, is when it comes time for the day to change, and you can't do it because one of your rats is giving birth. That's always a pain in the butt. But with that one, you just wait a few hours, and usually they're done having all their babies, and then you can switch it out. Wait a monkey. All right, let's take you guys back. All right, have a good night, Shelly. JLG, so I haven't tried selling any of mine. I actually don't produce enough for what I need, which is why I still have to buy the frozen thawed. But I do have friends that want pet rats, and I'm just giving them some when they are old enough. Ooh. But one of the if I can ever get to that point, JLG, I've already got it planned out. I actually need to do my rats in the garage, although that makes it difficult because I don't have any water near the garage. So there's that. And the garage isn't anywhere near my house, so that's kind of a pain in the butt. But if I do that, move the rats out of the garage and build a couple of more enclosures or racks for the rats, then I can breed more rats and then more rats and more rats, and essentially just have a crap ton of rats being bred. I guaranteed overnight, as long as I continue to fulfill demand, guaranteed that I can get a contract with my local shop that currently sells frozen thawed, but they are always out of it. So that would be a huge money maker in the long run.
Come here, little bud. Yeah, and oddly enough, the first 4 that I got, that's how I got them. Is I got them on Craigslist. If you do that, the biggest thing that I would suggest is don't have them come over to your house. Meet them somewhere public, more so for your safety, because I can only imagine how many people from like PETA and stuff like that there are around the place, and I would hate to see like your property get damaged because you had somebody come over to your house to get some rats. They're that damn crazy. Right. I mean, I think it's funny though, because like I walk around downtown every now and then, and I'll get somebody from PETA wanting me to sign something, or pay them money monthly for something else to support whatever they're doing. It's like, yeah, you can't help but laugh. Hey Reagan, how you doing? But you can't help but laugh, because here they are like, oh, harming animals is bad and blah 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 blah, but the shirt that they're wearing is made out of the same cow I just had for dinner. right? What was the last one I pulled out? JLG. On here, my Bumblebee. No, I've had her for a little while. It's a Bumblebee, so a pastel spider. I wish I could still show people my Mystic, but part of the topic of at the very beginning was that my Mystic died. Yep. I had him for about 3 months. I still have him right here. I don't want to show the whole thing, but he wasn't a strong eater. So he wouldn't do frozen thawed, so he would only do live, but then he started rejecting live altogether. And so I had to start assist feeding him, and then after a while of that, he started regurgitating spitting out the frozen thawed that I'd used to assist feeding with. And so I started using a pinky pump on him, and that worked for a little bit, but then he started regurgitating all that up, and it's just been a horrible mess. And as far as my vet says, she's seen him multiple times over the last couple of months, and she's like, there is absolutely nothing physically wrong with him. So I don't know. I'm gonna trust that it's just one of those things, and kind of learn and move on. Yeah. So I'll be in the market for another Mystic male, because he was mission critical to a couple of my future breeding plans. But yeah, so that's the bad day, but the good day is that I have new baby rats, and then I got this lovely girl, which is just a het pied. I mean, I want to say there's something else in there, but she was sold to me as just a het pied. Right? I mean, especially like that one right there. So we'll see what else she's got in her potentially in the future. But I have a het pied male to put her with, and then I have this guy, which everybody loves this guy. This here is my Enchi het pied male. Look at that yellowing. It's freaking insane. Nice. I've got 2 Enchi in my 2 Enchi in my collection right now. I've got him, which he's just a straight up Enchi het pied. Come on, stay in your home. Are you too good for your home? Come on, what the hell? So I have him, which he's just a straight up Enchi het pied, and then I've got this little nugget. And this is a female. Yeah, we gotta spray you down. Yeah, and I actually have some het clown too. So we'll be getting there. But this one here, this is an Enchi yellow belly, maybe gravel, that is 100% het for hypo. As far as my clown stuff goes, whoa, hello there. This is a female fire het clown. And the cool thing about this is when she is big, when this fire het clown female is big enough, she will go with this fire het clown male and hopefully make some super fire clowns.
Yeah, I might be able to hook you up at some point there. To go along with that Enchi yellow belly / gravel het hypo female, I've got this guy, which is a yellow belly / gravel 100% het for hypo male. So I've got a breeding pair there. Where, oh, where did I put that thing? Oh, I don't know where I put it. Yeah. So we have the ingredients to make some pretty cool stuff. But some of the stuff that I'm actually most excited about growing up is you crazy, crazy boy. Is this guy. So he is a Mojave Spider, 100% het for albino. And he will eventually be paired with Rose, the Super Mojave het, 66% het for albino, to hopefully make a cherry bomb. I'd love to get some lavender in my collection. Yeah, it's a Super Mojave, so all white with a little bit of purple dusting on its head with red eyes. Not to be confused with a red-eyed leucistic, which, I mean, it kind of is that too. But a cherry bomb has to be a Mojave. It can't be like a Mojave lesser or a lesser or any other combination within the Bell complex. It has to be a Mojave. Oh, that's not too bad. My I've got a bunch of them that are about that tiny or smaller. Like this one here. This is my male GHI that I got. I don't know how much he weighs, but let's find out.
He is exactly 85 grams. But being that he is GHI, he will eventually be going with this girl here, who is also GHI, and go for those supers. And then I've got a blackhead that I want to put her with too, that I think would make a really nice, really dark snake. How much do you weigh? Yeah, this one's probably closer to the size of yours. This one's 180. Yeah. I did. He's got some crazy shit going on, that's for sure. Right? Like, honestly, I couldn't afford his collection even in my dream. And in my dreams, I'm freaking rich. Where did I put my spray bottle? Put it in here. I did.
Hi, Rose. Reptile spray. I have something else too. I haven't used it yet. Yeah, so I have a can of Pam. I haven't used it yet. The one thing that is different about this than this is safe to spray directly on the snake. Yeah, that's what I hear too, which is really why I bought it. But you also have to take the snake out and put it in a different enclosure before you can treat the enclosure that it's in, which is really why I haven't used it, because you don't want to put your snake in, like you can't spray this while your snake is in there, as far as I'm aware. Do not allow, in fact, it says right here in bold letters, do not allow reptile to breathe vapors. Which is why I like this one, the reptile spray, which is safe to spray directly on. But it's, aside from that, it's safe to spray directly on the reptile, on the substrate, inside the enclosure, all that stuff, and it kills the mites on contact. Probably. What did the instructions say? I literally have not used it. Remove amphibians, water, and any desirable or food arachnids or insects from the vicinity. Vapors will kill spiders and insects. Do not use within the vicinity of any arachnids or amphibians. Do not apply to heating devices or heating device covers. Do not use in bare cages without substrate. Treated substrate enclosure will kill any feed insects introduced for at least 2 weeks. Treat or feed any insectivores in a separate cage. Do not spray directly in, on eyes, mouth, or genitalia of pets for direct application to tortoises only. Do not apply directly on snakes, lizards, or other reptiles. Vacate rooms after treatment and ventilate before reoccupying, so I'd probably do it outside. Avoid contamination of feed and foodstuffs. Do not allow children or pets to contact treated areas until surfaces are dry. To kill mites and ticks in snake, lizard, and tortoise cages or enclosures, spray substrate holding can 12 to 15 inches from surface being treated at the rate of 1 second per foot squared. Ventilate the enclosure well until spray has completely dried and all vapors have dissipated. Replace reptile and water. Reapply this product every 2 to 4 weeks to prevent future infestations. So it doesn't actually say how long to wait, just until it's dry. But I figure I'll save this for if and when, because I'm sure it will happen eventually, that I get a major infestation. So in that case, I will likely use this at that point. Until then, for something as light as what I've got, like I've seen a few bugs, probably mostly in the top. I've only seen a couple in the lower. So I'll use the reptile spray for that. And the one thing that I also like about this is the other thing that I like about this that you can do with this that you can't do with that is I can pull the tub out and I can actually spray inside there where mites would tend to hide, which will actually help kill them off even faster. And I think at the very least, having both items on hand is smart. It's like, and I bought this first, and then I bought it in a gallon container. That way I can just refill this, which I like, because then I know exactly what's in this bottle at all times. But every single new snake that comes in, as I'm inspecting them, gets wiped down, which is why I know exactly which snakes caused the current situation. But with that, I think a combination of both, and then like with this stuff, even after I'm sure that they have that I have no mites, I actually use this stuff when I change out their substrate. I'll spray this stuff on the substrate as a preventative measure too. I use Wipeout, and I use it because it is made exactly for cleaning, disinfecting, cleaning, and deodorizing small animal cages. So this is what I use, but realistically, let's look at the active ingredients, right? So you have alkyl, which is a dimethylbenzyl ammonium chloride, and then you have whatever inert ingredients are. Right. So if we look at the ingredients down here on the wipeout, we've got the alcohol 50%, 50% C14, 40% C12, and 10% C16. So as long as I think you can kind of get something that roughly, is relatively the same, I think you're good. And I've heard of other people using like a homemade concoction that's like water and vinegar or something like that. I don't remember. But I prefer to spend the money on something that is specifically designed to do the job. But that's just me. And I haven't looked to see what is on Reptile Basics. Let's look. Products. It has to be under husbandry. Probably everything else. No, that's the Pinky Pumps. Cleaning products, that's where it's going to be. Are you looking at the the chlorhexidine? That would definitely do a good job. And then the Healthy Habitat. What is this? It's $24.99 for a gallon. But that is just odor elimination. And it actually, man, I might try that out. For the rats, maybe. Oh, F10. Okay. Yeah. So F10 under cleaning products, they have a chlorhexidine. Come on. There we go. They have a chlorhexidine gallon, which is all sold out. The 16 ounce, it looks like they have in, and that's a good disinfectant. It's basically what is in wherever I just put it. It's basically what this is a chlorhexidine. Same basic ingredients. The F10 is a good product. I know that one for absolutely damn certain. And I do have some, but I don't use it for cleaning the tubs. In fact, I have not used it yet because I haven't needed to. But again, if I am struck with something like RI, I want to be prepared. So I have a little bottle of the F10, and then I have a Reptifogger. So I put a little bit of the F10 inside the Reptifogger container, fill that up, put that in there, and then I have a tub similar to this one, albeit a little bit shorter, that I would put the snake into, put the lid on, and it's got a little piece for the Reptifogger hose to attach to, so that it then fogs the snake with disinfectant to hopefully clear out the RI. So the sanitizer is going to act like it is going to be a disinfectant as well. Like this stuff here, the This stuff here, this is a disinfectant, a cleaner, and a deodorizer. So it gets rid of the smell. It cleans everything up, and then it disinfects everything as well. So like the chlorhexidine is also a disinfectant. So like if you did like the chlorhexidine, you could clean with like the Clorox wipes to kind of, as more of like your cleaner. And then use something like this to kind of disinfect it, which would also act as a deodorizer at the same time. I know plenty of people that use nothing but the Clorox wipes and they have good success. So I think really if you can keep on that path of just using those and still have good success, then I don't think that there's any reason to change, because it's not inherently wrong to just use those. If that's what works for you, that's what works. What is going on, Jay? Nice. Make sure you just put me at the top of the list. In fact, throw everybody's name out and just put Blackballed in there and we'll be good. Nice. I need some of those. Yeah, like I said, I have the F10. I just haven't ever used it for cleaning the tubs. I tend to just go with the wipeout, but I may like this little bottle, especially now that I've got a lot more animals, isn't going to last me a very long time. So this little bottle cost me $15. Nice. Nice. I actually just ordered a new pair of tongs. Well, JLG, keep an eye out, because that rack right there, I still haven't decided, but I might do a giveaway for that rack. I mean, the way I see it, JLG, if you're not, at least 15 feet away from your snake while trying to feed it, there's something wrong. I'm just kidding.
Nice. Actually, Jay, I just want one of your retic sheds. Not as a giveaway. I just want one. My boss's son, a lot of my snakes when they shed, I give them to my boss's son. But I don't have anything as big as a retic, and I know he would absolutely love that. Yeah, he would love that. I don't know where they would put it, but he would love that. Damn, she's a chunky monkey. Yeah, LG, I'm the same way. It's like I've got from there to the corner right behind me here to there. That's all the space I've got. So I don't have this space for a retic at the moment. Damn. 7 foot long shed is still pretty good. I mean, I pulled this shed out of one of my yellow bellies, and of course I just ripped the hell out of it. So it's absolutely shot now, but it was an absolute perfect shed. Nah, I'll have more. I'm waiting for, I'll wait for this girl to come out of shed. I'll wait for this girl to come out of shed, which she was on video earlier. But she's going into her pre-ovulation shed right now, so that's awesome. Damn, that's a lot of views, Jay. I don't think any of my videos have like even broke 100 views yet, but that's okay. I don't necessarily post on here very often, and I don't do it for the views. I do it for the people. Nice. Yeah. You know, it was very different. Like my other channel that I've got, damn, 66,000 views. I'm sitting at what? Let's look. I don't even like I am so behind on. Yeah, so I'm at 646 views total. So, I mean, not bad, not great. Who cares? I figure, I mean, actually one of my videos came close to 100 views, but nothing too major. But at the end of it all, you know, sweet. You know, on my old channel, which was a programming channel, like I cared a lot about my views and likes and all that stuff. And, you know, I mean, I got I got up to like 500 subscribers and all that sort of stuff. But like I have one video. I can't let me, I should be able to find it. And actually I can search the keyword for the exact video that I'm looking for. Come on, YouTube. Close that tab. Let's open up a new one. YouTube's. So like my on that other channel, one video, and this is a programming channel, mind you, so this is relatively unheard of for the most part, but the one video has almost 50,000 views. And that's what it is, JLG. Now I do it more for me and than anything else. And being able to communicate, especially now that I'm doing some of the lives periodically, um, being able to communicate with the other people it's much more enjoyable of an experience at the end. You know, and it doesn't hurt that you know, we have a community of like-minded people. That's always a positive. And then we have PETA come and pay us a visit every now and then with their very powerful down likes, dislikes. Exactly, and that's exactly what kind of where I'm at too, JLG. You know, it's like once I start selling the babies, the rats, all that sort of stuff. You know, I've got a little bit of brand recognition potentially from the YouTube, and then I just keep on going, and then potentially have more. Um, more more going on from there. You want to see the biggest one? Actually, the one that I just pulled out is my biggest one. She is in shed right now. She's going to be going into ovulation, I hope soon. Don't hiss at me. I'm not going to hurt you. You know that.
You're only doing that because you're in the blue. Right this very second, I'm not 100% sure how much she weighs. The last time I weighed her, she was about 2,300 grams. And being that she's in shed, hopefully going to lay eggs, I don't want to shove her onto the scale right now. I'll do that soon though. And then this is the next girl. You know, people always say favorite. It's like I don't necessarily have a favorite. I probably handle her and the big one. Yeah, it will be my first clutch. And I'm pretty sure she's been bred too, and she's been cold seeking, which is a good sign. So hopefully we continue to see some follicle growth in this one as well. But this one is roughly at about 1,700 grams. Come on. Put that up like that. Tear it to 0. All right, you ready? Oh, come on. All right, so yeah, she's about almost 1,900 grams. I've got this mini fridge right here. Yeah, for a while she actually just barely came out, but she has been soaking like inside of her bowl for 2 weeks. A little monkey. Now, Jay, as far as my favorite, I don't really have a favorite. I love all my snakes. Thank you for coming by, JLG. Always a pleasure to have you here. It's 9 o'clock my time, so it's probably about time that I go to sleep as well. It's past my bedtime. I've got work at early as heck in the morning. What's up, little monkey? But we've been on here for 2.5 hours. That's a long live. So, Miss Chrissy, you wanna take them out? I can't put little speech bubbles next to her, but imagine she's saying stuff. Anyway, I'm gonna log off, put her away, and head over that way and eat. Take this mystic outside and get him buried and go to bed. So y'all have a good night, and I'll see you next time.